What's up, besties? Welcome back to our podcast, the Side by Side Podcast. We are your hosts, Shelly Shells
and Saint Otto, aka you feel me, dog, aka I do a lot of stuff.
Nigga, multimedia.
Yeah, I'm a multimedia company. Yeah. But before we get started, make sure everyone leaves a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And most important thing is to share. Make sure you share it to your friends. I want everybody to at least share it to one person. Do that for me. And then y'all can get that story. Because y'all still ain't get them 20 likes.
You almost there, though.
Y'all almost there, but you gotta get that 20 likes. Okay.
Alright, I want to do something different this podcast. I want to ask you how you're doing.
How I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm doing good. Actually, like, life right now has been going really good. I have manifested where I'm at right now. I have asked, like, I'm not really a religious person, but like I asked God to put me in positions. I never asked God for things in particular. What I asked God for is the ability to obtain the things. So I asked for, like, okay, the opportunity to do this, something like this, and be who I want to be in the future. So since I've been doing that, a lot of life has changed over the course. Like, people have grown in different aspects, and it's changed who I am. Well, not changed who I am, changed what I do on a daily basis, which is giving me the opportunity to be in the space that I'm in now. And the opportunities just keep coming to where I can't avoid them. And then I'm also self-aware enough to know that these opportunities are coming because I asked for them, and I'll take advantage of them.
Yeah, I think that's really good. I like that response.
What about you? What about you?
I'm doing good. Learning, living, same old, but I'm definitely in a space where it's like I'm wanting more for myself. I think the past few months of the summer I've just been really like trying to give back to other people and trying to be friends with people and love people a lot more. But now I'm kind of back in my grind mode where I'm trying to get more for myself as well. So same thing as you.
So anything you learned recently that you want to share, like any epiphanies?
One epiphany is that I need a lot more money. I just need money for the things that I want to do. And I'm just kind of tired of being in that kid mode where it's like, oh, I don't really care. I'll spend it on this, spend it on that. Now I really want to start like saving money and start investing it in things and things like that. So I'm really like trying to learn more about investments and getting my money right, saving up, you know what I mean? And not really just going out and splurging and spending it on everything. So that's one of my epiphanies. That's really it, for real.
Yeah, that's actually a good realization. I'm happy you learned it at 19 because I didn't learn about it until about like last year. And I'm 23. But yeah, as far as money and investments, I would say investing is so important to just anything. Like, investments, because what I always thought about investments was making your money, like, your money makes more money essentially. But now I'm starting to look at investments like I need money to fuel the things that I want to do, and then those things fuel me to make even more money, and that more money is reinvested to do even more things. So
yeah,
that's really what I think investing is right now. It's changed over time.
That's what I'm on a mission to do, is just invest and trying to just give myself more opportunities and not, you know what I mean, just live in that kid mode anymore. So yeah. But all right, let's get into our first topic. So the first thing we're going to talk about is plastic surgery and body image.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about just the overall idea of people not being comfortable with their bodies and resorting to things like plastic surgery?
Personally, I feel like it's your body. Do what you want. Me, I would say that's not the type of woman I'm looking for. But it is a competitive scene out there. I understand why you want to do it. But, to be honest, I think people do it to give themselves more value than what they already have. Like, what really makes a person valuable, in my opinion, is their personality. Like, even though your looks, your looks can take you far, but what's gonna keep you around is your personality. If you a shitty person with a fat ass, I mean, you go get the results of of that. So, how you feel?
I feel the same. I feel more as when I was younger, I used to be like, I don't understand it. Like, just be natural, just love yourself. And I still feel that way, but I understand now as like a growing woman how it is to be in a society where it's like people really, I mean, I'm not going to say people in general usually cling to the idea of, fit, skinny, and then you got your fat asses and your big boobs and stuff like that. So I think people cling, societal norms is like that. So I can kind of see that. And even in myself, like, I'll be thinking like, my booty's not big, like, you know what I mean? Like, I wish I had a bigger booty, but then I kind of have to be like, you know what, no, my body is nice. Like, I love my body regardless of the shape and change that it goes through. So I think it's just more of, I want people to love themselves a lot more and not just be like, I need to get this done so I can look like this. But I think if that's what you truly want to do and you truly think that that's going to make you, feel better about yourself, because that's really all that matters. Don't do it for anybody else. Do it for yourself. You know what I mean? I think if that's truly going to make you feel like better about yourself, then go ahead and do it. I wouldn't get it done just because I'm kind of scared of stuff like that, just because unnatural things tend to not last long and tend to like make your lifespan shorter. But I think if it's safe and you feel like that's what you need to do, then that's okay. And who am I to tell you that you can't do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. What about a BBL? That's natural. People argue.
It's natural, but it's still like, if the fat didn't go there in the first place, what makes you think it's gonna stay there? Like, you know what I mean? People who get BBLs have to keep going back to get BBLs. So it's like, or if you work out, but usually people will. That's why you got a BBL. Is you didn't want to work out. Well, not necessarily true, but you have to work out if you get a BBL for the fat to stay where it's supposed to, or else you're gonna have to go back and get another one, which is like, might as well just have worked out in the first place.
Yeah.
Or just got lipo.
I ain't gonna lie. I do understand why some people do get BBLs and surgery, because some people are built bad, bro.
No, for real.
Like, I don't want to air nobody out, but I have a coworker, and I work from home now, so I don't see him no more. But bruh, she was just built so bad. Like, I felt so bad for her. I'm like, that is just not attractive to me. Like, flat. I'm talking about like flat booty, like, and then she was just built bad, and it's like she had a long torso and very small legs, and then for the little legs that she did have, no butt.
Damn.
And it's just like, ooh, I couldn't. That's not my personal cup of tea. I like for someone to actually have a figure in some type of way, like there is a shape, not to just be built like a square. It's funny. We went to Mexico, and I was thinking like, yeah, it's gonna be so many beautiful Mexican women out there, because you always just see what the media shows you, and you think it's just Mexican women's gonna be beautiful. Man, let me tell y'all about Mexican women. They all be like 24, and they start looking like abuelas, bruh. All grandmas. They all get the same shape. I was so disappointed when I went there. I'm like, nah, I was at the beach. They all just look like a bunch of refrigerators. Like,
not refrigerators. Chill.
No, for real. That's my experience when I went there. I'm like, man, y'all all look the same. Not in the sense of like your face or anything, but a lot of body structures, their shape was pretty much the same. They were all really looking like squares. And it was funny to me. I'm like, this is not.
So I have a question. Why do you think that is?
Why do I think that they are shaped like a refrigerator?
Yeah, because I've heard that before. Like, black women are usually pretty curvy, but then you go to like, you see like some Hispanic women, and that's who. I see on the media who majority get like their body done is like Hispanic women, like stuff like that. Why do you think they're shaped like that?
I mean, I always kind of err on the side of science. Like, scientifically, there's probably something with being in the geographical location of Mexico, which it's more beneficial to have a body shape like that. They're usually typically short too.
Yeah.
Because it's hot, so
Yeah.
they need to expend less energy doing certain things.
Yeah.
So and there's like, I think it's in Mexico, it's like rugged. So it's kind of weird. I always thought about this, but like with Mexican people, or let's say Hispanic, we gonna say Mexican. When Mexican people are fighting, they always talk about Hispanics or Mexicans. They always got hard heads, and it's like I'm thinking like, why is that though? It's probably a genetic reason. Like living in Mexico probably is hard. It's probably like just rough out there. It's just like.
Well, also I want like I don't know if you've learned like about, well, probably because you went to school, but like Aztecs and Indians, you know how like they used to like do like the forehead thing where they were like make their foreheads like super flat for some reason. I forget the reason as to why, but they would like harden their foreheads and like make it flat. I don't know. It's weird, but
yeah. And after so long, that stuff becomes like a genetic mutation. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
To learn around your environment. I don't know, but it do be a lot of Hispanics like it's so crazy, and it's not that the black woman is inherently have that shape of like what everybody wants, but man, I be seeing some beautiful natural black women.
I mean, but let's be honest. I mean, I usually do see black women who are curvy. Like that's what I see. I don't normally see a lot of, it's kind of, and this sounds bad, but it's kind of looked down upon in like society when you see like a very skinny, like just straight like box body for a black woman. It's like you don't got no curves, like. But I mean, I'm not to say that everybody should have the same body, but usually you do see black women have more curves, which is like, why is that? You know what I mean? Why do they got the booties that everybody?
Now listen, and that's so crazy to me. You know what's funny about how media has changed over time is that people like. Having a big butt was not like people did not want that back in the day. I was thinking, I don't know what I was watching, or it's just a constant joke that I've always questioned ever since I got to like 13. It was like some white woman saying, do these pants make my butt look big?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, is that like, are you trying to get a positive feedback or are you trying to get negative feedback?
No, it's literally like negative, like. Tell me, it's almost like tell me if I'm fat. Like they think that as like, well, back in the day they used to think that as like being fat. Like if my butt is getting bigger, that means I'm getting fatter. Like, and they don't want that. So it's like, but now it's like, is my butt getting big? Like it's good now. It's like, is my butt?
Yeah, I think that's just I think that actually has included a lot more people, and actually it just defaultly includes black women because that's what they're pretty much known for.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's kind of weird, but
okay, I have a question.
Okay.
If your girlfriend would like ask you like, hey, I'm feeling this way about my body, I think I really want to get it done, how would you feel about that? And like what ways would you kind of try to stop her from doing it, or would you encourage her, or would you like not really care, or what?
Okay, so how I would feel about it is I would disagree, because the reason why the reason that I've chosen the person that I've chosen is because of her natural. Like that's one of the aspects that I wanted, as I wanted somebody natural. So I would just blatantly disagree originally. I am an understanding person, so I would be very understanding of the fact that that's what she wants and that's for her, and I'm accepting. Because if I just want to turn around and say I want to go to the NBA, I would hope that she would want to support that, even though she probably knows I ain't gonna make it. But that's what I would want. So, like, it would be a level of me that will be understanding and be like, okay, let her do it. And that's actually a kind of a tough thing to say, because like I'm bad. I can say that I'm genuinely bad at telling people when not to do something, because if she were to do that, I know there are health risks behind it, but I don't know the exact health risks.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to present that in an argument because I don't really know about it. But yeah, to answer the question, I probably would feel like no, I would disagree with her, but I would understand why she would want to do it, and I would be like supportive of it.
And you would stay with her. That's really my question: is would you stay with her, or would you be like, nah, I don't want that. We can't be together.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. It's not that serious. I mean,
good.
you want to get a little fatty. You know what I mean? Yeah, listen. That's all.
What if it's the unnatural stuff though?
If it's unnatural, I'll start. That actually would make, well, if she got like a BBL, it wouldn't be a problem. But if she got like implants,
ass implants,
then nah, I'd be like, nah, I'll probably reconsider the relationship.
Okay, that's fair.
What about you? What if there is enlargement? So
Yeah, I know.
There's male enhancement enlargement. For those of you that don't know, there is a surgery that you can get because I don't know, it's about 2 inches that are within inside the male body that they can actually bring out. So let's say your man is an average sized man. Let's say below average actually. Let's say he's below average. You really like him for his personality and everything, but that's just his only flaw. How would you feel about getting an enlargement?
So, I'm gonna tell you why. Like, I'm gonna tell you what my preference is and then why. I'm going to say that I would probably disagree with it and I probably wouldn't want that. And I'm gonna be honest, like, if it's something, this sounds selfish, but if it's something that I don't want you to do, it's probably not something that, like, if you did do, I would want to stay with you know what I mean? Because it's like, well, I don't want my man to have that, so I don't want to stay with, like, I don't know, it seems selfish, but it's kind of like, if I'm trying to build something with you, I want us to, kind of compromise with stuff like that. So I have messed with one man that I would say was kind of, not on the very, something that you might want, that ladies might want. But I think it sounds bad, but it's not about the size of the boat. It's about the motion of the ocean. And with that being said, I think he kind of made up for that in a different way. And with personality, like how you said, it's kind of just personality. I really wouldn't care about the body. That's kind of how I feel too. Is like, if you got the personality and you can make up for that in other ways, then I don't really care. I'm not like about to press you about you need to take supplements or you need to do this or you need to do that. Like, I'm not pressing you about that, just as long as you can that about yourself and you can make up for that in other ways.
So yeah, that's actually interesting that you say that, because I wanted to just give some mental aspect into I'm gonna give you some mental insight into the perspective of a man and why that's so hard to believe. Just because, okay, so men, I think or not even men, humans in general, they work towards seeing what can be better and what can be better and what could be better and what's next beyond this. So it's hard for a man to accept, because in a lot of men's reality, they are where they're at, and a lot of times they can always get better and they always see positions that are better. So we're always like, we're kind of disposable, you feel me? So we always know there's a better man out there. So it's hard to believe a woman, just because I feel like a lot of men end up projecting how they feel about themselves onto a woman, because they can't comprehend the fact that, that you might actually just like me.
Yeah, and not to cut you off, but that's what I wanted to say is I think men do that a lot. Is like, even you saying like there's a better man out there. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Girls are not thinking that when they're with you. I'm not thinking like, oh yeah, I got a better nigga after him. Like, I'm thinking about you. It's not until you start messing up that it's like, I really got a better nigga. Like, I could really cut this nigga off and go to. But if I'm really messing with you, it's like, that's how I feel. It's like, even with that man, it was like, I didn't care because I like you. Like, I don't care about none of that. So even for you guys to feel like that, it's kind of like, I feel like that is a projection. Like, that's how you feel. You know what I mean? Not how I feel.
Yeah, it's part projection, and it's part of what the media shows us too. Well, the recent media has shown us, because a lot of women been out here saying, I'm about to just scam, like, I'm gonna fucking scam them.
Yeah, but I also think that's just because of being hurt, because that's how I feel at a certain point in my life too, is after you get hurt so many times. I even said that to my friends. I was like, I'm about to just be a player, and like, you know what I mean? I don't really mean it, but I be saying that when I get hurt, I be like, I'm about to just be a player, like how these niggas be playing, like, because if they can play and not be hurt by stuff, then I just want to, play niggas and not be hurt.
I think that, okay, that's something I also wanted to talk about. I think that's a false narrative, with sometimes I think that females think is that men don't get hurt. I know me personally, ever since I've been aware to talk about myself personally, is that, like, yeah, I get hurt. Like, I don't sit here in front that I'm not gonna get hurt about if I actually ended up caring about you. It's just the fact, whatever. It's just the fact that it's the fact that me, I know that I'm gonna be okay. I know that I can move on. It's just like, even with my girlfriend now, I always tell her, like, I mean, you decided to do dirt, and that's on you. If you want to end it, I mean, if that's how you want to, you just know what comes with that. It's just like, I'm not gonna act the same.
Yeah.
And if I was to do the same thing to you, I don't expect you to act the same either. But it's like, dang, I lost my train of thought. Dang, I lost my train of thought.
It's alright.
But basically, just like, it just kind of is what it is. I know the immediate reaction, but I also know the future reaction, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm gonna be sad for I could be sad for 5 months, but I'm gonna be okay.
But you're gonna be good, yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't have any mental issues where I feel like I would do any harm to myself over a woman. It's like, I mean, it is what it is. I'll be sad probably for the rest of my life about that situation, but I'll move on.
Yeah. And I'm not talking about like in a relationship. I'm talking about like how niggas be like, they be pillow talking, acting like they want to be in a relationship with you, but really they're just trying to play you. And then I be getting hurt because I be getting played by niggas. Like, dang, like, you really just played me, you really just wasted my time. But I'm not talking about like if I'm in a relationship with somebody, and you know what I mean. Like, I'm just talking about niggas who be acting basically, but really don't be on shit. So then they be like, you know, they play me, and then I get to that point where I'm like, now I want to play somebody because now I just got hurt. Now I just got played by somebody. Now I want to, you know what I mean? That's kind of bad though. That's like a vengeful thing.
Yeah, I try not to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to quit.
Yeah, I try my hardest not to do that. When people hurt me, it just be like, I mean, it's an L. That's all I see it as. It's an L. It's just like, I mean, yeah, the next person probably gonna have to deal with that. But I try not to, you know, do what I don't ever do onto others what they do to me. I do what I want others to do to me, pretty much.
Yeah. I gotta learn from that slowly. I'm slowly getting there. It's all a process.
Bro, learning is so weird. Like, actually learning, because I think learning comes full circle. It's an acknowledgement of the fact that you used to be one way and you're no longer that way.
Yeah.
Like just so much of stuff that I don't learn from just watching a whole bunch of stuff. Like, you ever think, like, I don't know who I was at middle school, but I just know I was stupid. Like middle school is weird, bro. Like, people always be saying middle school weird, and yes, bro, it's weird. Like,
because it's that transitional period, so it's hella weird.
Bro, like, I have no clue what I used to think in middle school. All I can say is that I was probably stupid. Like, people told me I was smart. Maybe I was smart for being in middle school, but bro, I was dumb. Like, I just know, because the stuff, even the stuff that I used to think about a year ago, just dumb. Yeah. Like, I don't know what the hell I used to think. It's just like, yeah, knowing more stuff just get weird over time.
Yeah, that's how life works. All right, so you know who gets their body done the most though?
Who?
Celebrities.
Okay.
So that's gonna be our next topic.
Okay.
Because we tend to I think bash celebrity more, like, just, you know, us normal people. Mm-hmm. We tend to, like, you know what I mean? I guess
put them on a pedestal.
Yeah, and we feel like, you know, we almost treat them as gods, so we almost feel like they can't make no mistake. You know what I mean? And
that go back to one of our other podcasts with Beyonce.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but look, I'm already like, okay, but yeah, she's different, bro. Like, she a different breed. Like, but still, she's a human too. But it's like, Beyonce, you know what's up. You know what's up for real.
Beyonce, yeah.
Beyonce, you can't make no mistake. You and Obama, nigga. Yeah, you and Obama, you can't make no mistakes.
Y'all different.
Y'all are a different breed from the celebrities. But no, for real, like, I think we tend to put them on a pedestal and think they're like gods and that they can't make mistakes, and they're allowed to make mistakes too, just like us normal people are. You know what I mean? And still be okay in society. Which, I don't know if we ever talked about the cancel culture. Did we ever talk about that?
Nope.
Okay, well, we're not gonna get into it right now, but we can anyway. So how do you feel about that aspect of the topic? How do you feel about celebrities?
As far as, like, them being human too. I definitely do agree that they're human too, because even I'm gonna say just for real, like even if this, or excuse me, once this podcast blows up, and we're gonna experience similar things to them, it's just like it kind of goes back to what I was just saying about how things come full circle as far as knowledge. There's actually another podcast personality, Joe Rogan. He's been canceled about 10 times, but
really?
the thing, bruh,
I've never heard about him getting canceled.
Bruh, you know why? Because he's not canceled. He don't care. Cause like, bro, it's just like once you, the thing about getting, the thing about making mistakes is you acknowledge your mistakes and you adjust your mistakes. True learning comes from messing up a lot of times. Like, hopefully you don't make a mistake where you can't come back from it. But a lot of, bro, we mess up every day. Like, dog, I messed up. Like, somebody almost hit my car yesterday. That could have messed up, and they looked like they was like 18. Like, that could have messed up their whole life for about 2 years. Yeah. But after those 2 years, they probably cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just happens. And then I think the internet has given people a chance to give their opinions about everything. And some things most people don't even have strong freaking opinions about. One thing I'll be saying about my girlfriend is that she's highly opinionated, and she even acknowledges and say I'm highly opinionated too. But I'm saying she's highly opinionated because she expresses everything to me, and I'll be like, okay.
Not to cut you off, but that's definitely a tourist thing, because I'm highly opinionated too, and I feel the need to like say everything I'm feeling to my mom, like everything. I'll be like, this is how I feel about this, and she'd be like, okay, like why does that matter? And I'm like, because I need to let somebody know this is how I feel. Like, this is how I feel about that.
Yeah, but then like the thing about sharing an opinion, I feel like when you're sharing an opinion out to the world, like and it's negative, I just feel like what are you doing this for? Most critiques, most opinions I would prefer to listen to are criticisms. Like, I understand a true criticism, but if somebody truly doesn't know something, all I would prefer people do is give them a helping hand and help them understand. And even then, that's not even proper thing to do, because sometimes it takes time for people to even know what the hell they did wrong. Like a lot of times people don't even know. Like the baby, he probably really wasn't thinking. Like, he really messed up saying what he said.
Yeah. And to say something about that, well, go back to one of your points about criticism. Because people tend to call me a hater, which sometimes I do be like just playing, just saying mean shit just because like I just be playing. But sometimes I do try to give people positive criticism and let them know like, hey, this sounds good, but I think you should think about this and this and this. And they be like, you're just a hater. You're just like, well, I'm just trying to give you criticism, and I don't want people to label me as a hater. I just want you to know that I actually care about what you're doing, because if I didn't care, I wouldn't say shit. You know what I mean? I would be a real hater by not telling you that it is trash. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think criticism really comes from pulling somebody to the side, not airing it out to the public.
Yeah, I wouldn't air it out in the public.
And that's actually funny, because your brother did that to me.
No, that's what I was talking. That's who I was kind of.
Bruh, I remember one time. We was playing AAU, and I was telling him what I think about, like, how he was playing basketball. And I mean, I can see where he's coming from. A nigga that sit on the bench and don't play that much. Why are you telling me what to do?
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, I don't. And then he was calling me a hater. You hating? I'm like, nigga, I'm not hating.
You call everybody a hater.
I'm not hating on you, bro. Why would I hate on you? It's like I don't care. If I'm hating on anybody, I'm hating on my coaches for not putting me in.
Right.
But you personally, it's just like, dog, like, this is what you can fix.
And it's like, even saying that, like, oh yeah, you're sitting on the bench, but I'm watching it. Like, I'm a spectator. I'm seeing, everything you're doing. So it's like, why not try to help, you out by saying, hey, this is what I'm seeing. I think you should, you know what I mean? I think you should do this and this and this. Whether you take the criticism or not, I just feel like, be happy that I actually said something, like, not even just trying to be a hater, but that I care. You know what I mean? Because like I said, if I really didn't care, I really wouldn't say nothing.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny. Hater is such a hate. The root word hate is such a negative word, but to hate something, you kind of gotta care about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why people be saying haters are just fans, because there's a like, bruh, people that just randomly put negativity out into the air, that's just so strange.
Yeah.
But like a hater, they have to analyze and actually, like, how would you describe a hater?
I think my definition of a hater would be somebody who unnecessarily feels the need to and I don't, because it's, I mean, obviously hater has a negative light to me, but it's almost like they are not really caring about, you. They just want to put something negative out. You know what I mean? Put something negative and try to tear you down. You know what I mean? But you can do that in different ways. And one of the ways, how I already said, but one of the ways is like not telling somebody, like say if somebody's wearing an ugly ass outfit and that's your friend. It's like, if you don't tell me that that's ugly, I feel like you're a hater then. Because if you were a real friend, you would be like, all right, that outfit's ugly. You could do better. You know what I mean? Like, you could do better. But for you to be like, oh, girl, that's cute, and it's ugly, like, that's you hating on me because you want me to fail. You know what I mean? You want me to do bad. You want me to look ugly so that you could feel better about yourself. That's my example, I guess, of a hater, is like just somebody who's not trying to help you out. They're just trying, they do specific things just to make you feel bad, even if it's not like, even if you don't even know that that's what they're doing. They know, and they're trying to make you feel bad.
Yeah, that actually leads me into thinking about about one of our other conversations, is just like making sure you communicate directly with people, because the reason why I say that is you have to get clarification from people, because you could perceive that as hate, but if you don't ask a question, and this is me just thinking about it, if you perceive it as hate, you need to ask that person, are you hating on me or are you trying to help me? Because sometimes it's hard to clarify on what's going on. And I think that's actually what happens to a lot of celebrities, because I think a lot of people do care about the celebrities that they care about, but it comes off as hate, and they might mistaken it as hate. But honestly, a celebrity they don't got time for you, to be honest. So a lot of stuff that you're putting out into the air, they don't got time for. But when they do decide to give time to it, then it's like, oh, this is what people are saying, like, oh man, this is terrible, this is gonna make me feel bad about myself. But that also sways the other way for positivity as well. Like, you just saying this is because I'm famous, you might be riding the bandwagon. But I think that's why it might just be important just to get your group of people that you can actually trust their opinions and get their criticism from, and then kind of just take everybody else's positive and negative feedback as far as like, what they think, surface level. Because if you start thinking too deep about it, it just goes down a weird path.
Yeah, and
you might get I think it's just ultimately bad no matter what, because either you look at the haters and agree with them, or you look at the people that are positive and you get full of yourself. Other people's opinions is gonna ultimately end up getting it's just gonna be negative listening to other people pretty much at the end of the day, because if you take somebody's positive feedback, you could potentially get full of yourself. If you take somebody's negative feedback, you could undervalue yourself and you could go into depression.
Yeah, that's why, like, whenever I'm asking people for like advice or like their feedback on things, I don't really just listen to one person. I take in everybody's feedback, and then I decide for myself, like, all right, you know what I mean, what am I gonna do with all of this different feedback, whether I feel like it's hating or even positive, like whoever it's from, I'm just gonna take it all in. And a person that's been getting a lot of hate lately is Kanye West.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk a little bit about that. So basically, for those who don't know, Kanye is dropping an album, Donda. Has he dropped it yet?
No, he at the time of this recording on 8/28. Nah, he ain't dropped it.
Okay. So, but he has had a couple of album release parties or events, we should say, because they're big, they're extravagant. And in this most recent event, he's in his hometown, Chicago. So I guess one of the many acts that he did during this is set himself on fire, for one. Wild. That's wild. Like, who thinks that? Like, yeah, I'm just going to set myself on fire. But hold on, we'll get into it. Second, allegedly remarries Kim Kardashian. We don't know if it's her, but allegedly. So yeah, give your thoughts.
Man, when we just watched that video, because we literally just watched it a couple minutes ago, but all I can think in my head is this man is a genius. That's all I can think about, bro. Because, I mean, I'm in a space right now where all I think about is making money and how I can make money and how other people make money. the reason why what Kanye did was so genius is just because he is doing listening parties for his album, which one in itself for him, that's nothing too far beyond his character, so it's perfectly normal for him to do it. But also, two, he's selling tickets to something you can only experience while you're there. So he's making money off of the album before the album's even actually out.
Yeah.
And
ooh, I didn't even think about that. Whoa.
Bruh, like, it's genius. And it's a one-time, it's an experience right now. And, you know,
yeah,
people pay for experiences. So he's making money off of that. And then he's doing something like that gets more people talking. So when he actually does decide to drop, the people that didn't get an opportunity to experience that, they can at least listen to the music.
Yeah.
And it actually adds a layer of story. Like, this is what he did before he did this.
Yeah.
And then more people watch it. And then it's just a marketing genius, bro.
Man,
it's just crazy. But as far as the actual antics of him getting remarried to Kim Kardashian, that just make you think like, see, all right, then if you kind of think like that make you think like, I see why some people be hating. Like, you just did all that, like, and you just fake. Like, you and Kim ain't getting divorced. Y'all filed for divorce, and then y'all just gonna get remarried. Was y'all getting divorced? Was that all part of the marketing scheme?
but in a sense, it's like, why be mad at it? It's almost like how you said, like, it's genius. Like, it's almost like, I guess we have a different mindset then.
No, it is genius, but I can see how people will be mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I don't care. It's not me.
I'm not mad at it just because, first of all, I think it's gorgeous. I think it was cute. That I want a man to do that for me. Like, I want a man to marry me in front of all these people while he's releasing his album. Like, of course, I don't want it to be like all about releasing the album, but I thought it was cute when I seen it. I was like, man, I wish somebody would do that for me. Like, if I had money like that, man, I'd do that for somebody. If they don't do it for me, like, I'd make sure that they feel special or whatever, you know, in front of a whole bunch of people. Make sure they know, like, I love this person. But I don't know. I like it. I like Kanye. I think he's creative, and
he's definitely creative.
Yeah,
he is definitely. He's a top tier creative mind, because that takes the mind of a mad bruh.
Man. They say like the craziest people are like the most creative.
I actually had a conversation like this the other day with your brother, and I was just like, bruh, the borderline between crazy and genius is so fine.
So fine. Honestly, I think I don't know. I wouldn't say all this because some crazy people be like, I don't know what the hell you talking about. But no, for real. Like, I really do think like the craziest people are the most genius people. It's almost like how people talk about like who's the dude who made the light bulb? Thomas Edison.
Yeah.
Or who's the other scientist with like the big crazy hair?
Albert
Einstein. They used to say like he was super crazy, but really it was just he's fucking smart. Like he's creating things. Like, the most genius people are the biggest scientists. Like, you really have to think of some crazy stuff that is like, why would you even think of that? But then it works, and then people are like, oh, that makes sense. It's like, but you have to be crazy in order to do that. You know what I mean?
You change literally that's how you change the world, because bruh, I can't, like, it's so, like, it's just crazy because, like, you just know certain things, and the reason why what Kanye does all the time, which is market, he's like a marketing genius essentially, is because as simple as it's hard to remember everyday things, it's easy to remember things that are outside the normal.
Yeah.
So if this does some stuff that like ain't nobody ever did before, or he just doing it just to do it, the chances of success, the chances of failure are unknown, and people would avoid doing things just because they're unknown. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's actually it's kind of funny. It's a quote on the Boondocks. It's like, there are known knowns and there are known unknowns, and there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know. And I think what a lot of times what geniuses do is they attack the things that we don't know, and they just try stuff. Because Kanye, bruh, to be honest, this could have failed, like him doing his thing, but the reason why it's not gonna fail is because of who he is and who he has built himself up to be. So when you combine his self-awareness with the ability to try things, he's automatically going to succeed. Like,
yeah.
People counted him out when he was going to make shoes. People counted him out when he was going to make his next album. People counted him out when one album didn't do so good.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he's just trying stuff, and it's going to be successful no matter what, just because of who he is.
And honestly, it's been getting success. Like his shoes, I mean, his album. Like I don't know. As much as it seems like it's like, oh, this is gonna be a flop. This ain't that good. This ain't. It's like, but it do get recognition. Like you can't lie, it does get recognition, and people do be talking about Kanye all with all the crazy stuff that he does.
I think a lot of Kanye's success, why he's directly successful, is because of his inspirations. Because he pays his respect to where he gets his stuff from. So like, he'll say like, oh, this is inspired by Pablo Picasso. Yeah. And he'll appeal to people who actually appreciate Pablo. Pablo, whatever, I can't think. Picasso, yeah, Picasso. So people are acknowledging of that, and that keeps you more engaged. Like, I know y'all like this, and I like it for this reason too, and I'm gonna show you that I like it, and I actually do like it. So those people come in, and they're like, who is Kanye West? It's just like people with rap music. It's like, to be honest, it's really like white people with rap music. They like, it's like if you talk to someone who only listens to rap music and like they're a kid now, like a kid in the 90s trying to justify why you listen to rap music doesn't really make sense. But if their parents can tell you like, oh nah, NWA was going crazy back in the 90s, I used to always listen to them, and then someone comes back with an NWA beat, then it's like, oh, that's NWA. Then you get an older generation. You get an older generation of people that mess with what you do, and it's bruh. I just find the genius in everything that's out in the world, and that is just what he does is just next level. Like, how could you ever lose support? You know what I'm saying? It's like, because you never know who's like we was just talking about in the last topic, is like, you don't really know if people are positive, like really supporting you, or not really supporting or hating on you. You feel me? But the thing is, what's gonna get people talking.
And they might just support what you're talking about, not necessarily you, but like you said, like if he's sampling like a rock beat or something, you know what I mean? Somebody might be like, hey, I know that rock beat, and like it might be like a white older man, like he's like, hey, that's kind of hard, and now he's listening to Kanye, and he's got his friends listening to Kanye, you know what I mean? So it's like it opens up to a wider variety of people.
It's so genius. It's actually like what I actually learned is actually I work at a telephone, what the fuck is it called? Call center. I was working at a call center, and the specific department I worked for was Ann Taylor. And Ann Taylor is a pretty old company. Yeah. But they also have two subsidiary companies, which is Loft, and then their newest one is Lou and Gray. What I realized from working there is that the styles were so different. But the reason why that business is still in business is because they're acknowledging of the fact that you capture your audience. And once you've captured your audience, you have to grow with your audience. And as your audience grows, you're going to be limited to those people. And I mean, people only go get older and die more. Yeah. So the Ann Taylor brand can only be itself for so long before you, as a business as a whole, need to be like, okay, this ain't the style no more. Yeah. It was the style back when we started, but it ain't the style no more. So instead of destroying Ann Taylor and moving on to an entirely new business, keep Ann Taylor around for the people that still want to support it. It's probably just not going to make you as much money no more. Yeah. But then you create something new like Loft. Now that's for more of the
younger crowd.
Not younger, because I mean,
I don't know what Loft is, by the way.
I mean, it's just Ann Taylor. It's more the same. But they created just a demographic, like somewhere where for like millennials, like we're not millennials, we're Gen Z, but millennials have something that they could wear that is stylish for what they like. And then
that's still younger. That's younger than Ann Taylor people.
Oh yeah, Ann Taylor. Yeah, Ann Taylor is kind of old. Yeah, that's for the older crowd. But that's for like I don't know what generations before that. Like
it's like Ann Taylor having like kids.
Basically, it's for the next generation. And then Loft is acknowledging of the fact that like millennials and Gen Z are like totally separate. And they like to Lou and Gray likes to be really casual with it, and it's just acknowledging of what they decided to move forward in the future. And I tie that all back to say that what Kanye does is he oftentimes he's doing stuff to help one group of people acknowledge something, and also another group of people acknowledge something. Yeah.
Okay. Man, that's genius. When people think about like that's marketing genius. And how other people think and how to get other people to like start liking your stuff, like that's some psychology shit right there. Like that's some tricks on the brain type shit.
On God. Like, it could be anything. Like, bro, a jazz musician, he's 80 years old, never listened to Kanye, but somebody plays a Kanye song that has a particular type of note that only a jazz player would know.
Yeah.
And then now he's like, oh my God. Because it's like, because the thing is, you want to appeal to a lot of niches. Like, a lot of people, like, I don't know, if somebody just likes Raising Cane's, if that's their niche and that's what they're like, oh my God, it's just a community of people that like Raising Cane's, and you just appeal to them and just say, yeah, I had Raising Cane's for breakfast today. They're like, oh my God, he had Raising Cane's for breakfast. Oh my God. And they want to share, like, did he really have Raising Cane's or did he not really have Raising Cane's? And it's just, bro, it's just smart. It's just, I mean, whether you actually feel the way that he decides, like, whether he actually feels the way he feels about whatever he's talking about or saying or whatever he's adding isn't really important. Is what's important to him and what's go get his pockets fat is the fact that he's putting it in there at all.
Yeah.
But I do think that what keeps Kanye around is he is genuinely that. Like, whatever he cares about, he puts it in his music intentionally. He's intentional.
Yeah. Are you gonna listen to the album?
I'm gonna give it a listen. But that actually brings me to another part about Kanye. He bruh, I was thinking about this. Like, people say that he got 5 classic albums, which by most people's standards would be what is it? It's the first 3. It's College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, 808s and Heartbreaks, and what's that last one? It's the one right after that. I can't think of it. It's the one with Runaway.
Oh, My Beautiful yeah, okay.
Yeah, Twisted Dark Fantasy.
Yeah.
I was actually listening to 808s and Heartbreaks yesterday, and it's not a classic, bro. It got some hits on there. Don't get it twisted. It got hits on there.
Bring up the track list for it.
Bring up the track. All right,
here we go. We got 1, Say You Will. 2.
Yeah, Forgettable. I mean, that's a long.
I'm gonna be honest. Half of these I haven't listened to.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a 6-minute, bro. And I don't know why he did this, bro. It got me irritated when I was listening to it. He got about 2 minutes of instrumental at the end of this song, bro. I'm just like, bro, if you don't cut this off, you said "Welcome to Heartbreak" featuring Kid Cudi. Nah, I'm kind of biased against Kid Cudi. It's not my type of. Not my cup of tea. Heartless, banger. Amazing, banger. Love Lockdown. Now listen, I don't really like Love Lockdown.
I don't either. I hate that song.
I don't even know, bro.
Lockdown.
Yeah, Love Lockdown. Like, what? Okay. Paranoid. Nah.
I fuck with Mr. Nelson though.
Nah. Streetlights. Yes.
I ain't never heard none of these.
Ain't Streetlights is the. Nah, that's Flashing Lights with Rihanna.
Yeah, that's Flashing Lights. No, that's not even with Rihanna. Flashing Lights is different from All of the Lights. All of the Lights is
Rihanna. Okay.
What's up with him and Lights? Like, what's up, Kanye?
Know. He got too many photographers around him. See You in My Nightmares with Lil Wayne. That's hard. I like that. But then Coldest Winter, Pinocchio Story, Bad News.
I gotta listen to these because I've never heard these.
You don't listen. I didn't think it was a classic. I don't want to listen to that. Like, the hits I really enjoy, but yeah. I don't think 808s and Heartbreaks is a classic at all. I don't.
No, because I don't know half of these. And his other albums, I know all the fucking songs.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. So, I mean, but I mean, people say this is a classic. I disagree.
Nah, I disagree.
But, you know.
Hey, Heartless go crazy, though.
Heartless definitely go crazy. On that. Hey, listen. He went nuts. But, we just gonna leave.
So what's your favorite album?
My favorite Kanye album?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's definitely Graduation. I can say for 100% sure it's Graduation. We just gonna leave this up here so y'all got something to look at. But it's definitely Graduation. But I gotta listen to My Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy again, cause bro, Runaway is, oh my god,
Run away from your baby,
bruh. Runaway is a great song.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Honestly, what's that song with Nicki Minaj? That's a good
Monster?
song too. No, not Monster. The
Monster
other
hard.
one. She's not on that song for real. She's at the beginning though. It's that can we get much higher? So high.
Yeah.
That's like a crazy.
Yeah. Oh, that also brought me to the topic. Like, bruh, Kanye's lyrics. I'm not gonna say. Well, I'm gonna say personally, they just be all over the place, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what he be talking about, and it's just so like they be so random to me. Like, bro, what are you doing?
Some of his lyrics though be speaking to me. Like Flashing Lights, the lyrics to that song, like I really never paid attention to him until recently, but it be speaking to me. I was like, wow, I feel this shit. Like
his old stuff more so, but his newer stuff.
No, okay, his new stuff, hell no. I don't know what the fuck he be talking. I be like, what the hell is Kanye talking about? Like, what the what was you saying earlier? You said something like,
oh yeah, he was like, and if I this
motto
motto and she just bleached, like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
To get at?
Like, I don't live that life. So I mean, that's just me personally. I don't live that life, and it's kind of just random. But I also did learn something. Why that's even more genius marketing, because it's so stupid. Everybody gonna sing it,
right?
And everybody's gonna like it for that part. Just like have you heard that Drake and Smiley, where he be like he said. Gucci and Dior don't go together.
Yes, I did see that. Yes, I did.
Yeah, I was talking about the Drake and Smiley. Yeah, when he was just on go mode, like dog, like that's like Drake snap. Like I don't even know if it's just his flow because I rarely listen to lyrics, but once I actually do catch on to the lyrics, I'm really appreciate like I enjoy them.
Yeah,
and I ain't really listen to Drake, but Drake brought a lot of energy with that flow. Smiley, you can clearly hear what he's saying, and that is random as hell.
Whack. I was listening to bro. First of all, I heard it on the radio. I didn't even hear it just by myself.
Real?
I heard it on the radio.
It's on the radio.
It's on the radio. I heard it on the radio, and I was sitting there listening to it. It's like, what the hell is going on? And I saw featuring Drake. I was like, hold on, why is Drake on this trash ass song?
I'm like, is this fake? Like when I first saw it,
I thought the same thing. Like, is this a joke? Like, what the hell? And I was like, this some Canadian shit for real, because they sound like just straight from Canada. Like the way that dude was rapping, that sounded like some Canadian rap.
Yeah, but basically, why that's so genius is because it's so dumb and so easy. Like it's so easy that people go like it. Like I mean, if you listen to it enough, that's one of them songs. When you listen to it enough, it's gonna be a hit. And you just go start rapping along to those parts because they're so easy. Just like with Kanye, there's motto and she just everybody sings it. Literally everybody sings it because it's just like it's so easy.
That's the same thing with like mumble rap. Like honestly, Coi Leray has been getting like so much hate from just like, cause they're like, what is she talking about when she be like, my brother than me? Like it is dumb, but nigga, it sound good. Like I'm just gonna dance. I'm gonna fucking, you know what I mean? Listen to it cause it sound good. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, I love my brother, my brother love me. Like
no real stuff though. Coi Leray, it's just the fact that like. It's kind of like it's worse than mumble rap. Like mumble rappers used to at least like say something you just couldn't understand them. She's really just like making noises. And I don't actually have a problem with music like that because I mean even back in the day they used to have like skit scat rappers or not rappers, excuse me, skit scat artists who don't really say nothing. They just be like just changing their voice and going with it. So it's nothing new, but it's just kind of like I see why people be mad because it's disrespect to the art form of rap and how people view it.
I don't think so. I think it's just another art form. I think it's just like fucking mumble rap. Like if he wants to whatever, you know what I mean? Like that's just another form of art. It doesn't necessarily have to be a rap. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be rap. But what else can you categorize it at? And if it doesn't have, if it's new, you know what I mean? If it's new, that's why people started calling it mumble rap. You know what I mean? Because it's not the art form of rap, but it's a different type of rap. So now it's got its own category, mumble rap. You know what I mean? It's just different.
She's actually a mumble rapper though.
Yeah. I mean, what's wrong with it though?
Playboy Cardi. She straight stole that from him. I ain't gonna say stole. Let's just say she has her own interpretation of that, and it's very similar.
Playboy Cardi is a cursive rap. I don't know what that is.
It's the same thing. Coi Leray. What you talking about?
It is. I'm just saying.
So what's the difference between Coi Leray?
So mumble rap though, because they used to call Lil Yachty mumble rap. They used to call the Migos mumble rap.
Yeah.
So, but that's significantly different than Playboy Cardi and Coi Leray. Let's be those are two different rap styles because they're actually mumbling while they are just like it's just not like lyrical rap. It's just they're just saying stupid shit, but they're actually you can actually hear what they're saying. You know what I mean? So then, what is that versus Coi Leray and
I would just say with the Migos and what the SoundCloud rappers was doing back in the day, that's more of just like, I guess you could really just, I had to put a definition on it, it'd be like SoundCloud rap. That was just a thing back in 2016, back when it was popping. But with Coil Ray and what Playboy Cardi do is straight up mumbling. They don't say words. They like, I love my butter. Yeah, my butter meat. Like, bro, what is that? Like, and then you start twerking. Like, that's funny.
I mean, we don't twerk to Playboy Cardi though, but you get hype. You feel me?
But no, not no more. I don't listen to Playboy Cardi no more. I used to like him, but then once he actually, cause he actually did used to rap, and so did Coil Ray. They both actually did used to rap. Yeah. But then they just start.
Yeah, what's that one song by Coil Ray where she be like, I'm gonna show you how to. It was like one of her first songs that came out, and it was really good, and she was really like talking and stuff.
Huddy.
Huddy, but I think it's another one too. I don't know. Maybe it is Huddy.
Huddy is the first one that I saw from her.
Yeah, I think that is too.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I see her. I mean, she coming up, she making a little noise.
So then what the fuck is she be doing now?
Bro, I don't know if it's easier or what. I'm not a musical person, so I can't. I mean, I just listen to it. Not that it don't sound good, because I mean, it's enjoyable. Yeah. But hold on, no more parties. She's actually like, at least that's like musically, and I can get it, and you can still hear the lyrics. Yeah. But that. Like, I'll just be like, I don't know. I get hyped, but I guess, like, I don't know.
I be getting hyped. I still like it, even if it's just sounds. You know what I mean? Because it don't always have to be Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole talking about, you know what I mean? Like, that serious shit. Like, I could get into that, but it don't always have to be that. It could be, like, just making sounds and having fun. And you know what I mean? It don't always have to be, Jay-Z selling art to niggas and shit like that. Like, okay, that's cool and all, but like, let me get hype. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not to say that that's not hype, because Jay-Z do be getting hype. Jay-Z be getting me hype, but
bro, Jay-Z got a classic. Hey, Reasonable Doubt. Now that's a classic. Every song on there is a banger. But back to them. I guess it just ain't enough time passed enough to where people can all agree upon a definition of it. We thought we had a good definition with mumble rap back in 2016. Terrible, because now we got real mumble rap. So they need to redefine that.
Redefine it, recategorize it, it.
Yeah. Tie that back into Kanye though. It's just, I guess it's genius in its own way, because it just stands out in its own way.
Right. Good marketing.
It's good. Yeah, pretty much. And at the end of the day, the voice is just another instrument thrown together. You know, the actual rap aspect of it is actually putting lyrics, the actual words, into a meaning of something. But at the end of the day, it's just music. If somebody just wants to yell on a beat, it is what it is. It's music.
Yeah. Even just like, I think about like, even just like back in the olden times, like, how did they make music when they didn't have instruments? You know what I mean?
Beethoven was going crazy.
Well, that's Beethoven with an instrument.
Crazy. Yeah, I know.
I'm talking about like
singing.
I'm talking about like cavemen type, not even cavemen, but like back when instruments weren't a thing. Like, you know, you just had to make sounds with your voice.
Or hit
stuff. But that's how instruments came about. It's like, oh, we could do this. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess the art form of rap comes into the lyrical aspect. That's why they consider it rap, because it is about the poetry and stuff. Yeah. And that just adds another dimension to what's already been established, which is, you know, the music aspect of it, the random sounds put together. You ever think about that? Like, how did we start doing anything? Like, bro, what was Beethoven on when he seen the piano and was like, bad? Like, he was looking at that thing like, hold on. He's in the studio like,
no, for real though. Or even just like words. Like, I've been thinking about words. Like, really all we're doing is making sounds, and then we associate them with something, and then we say those sounds to somebody else, and they automatically get what we're talking about. Like, that's a weird concept.
Bruh. Like, this is a couch, bruh.
This is a couch.
Who picked this? We could have called this anything. We could have called this hair.
We could have called it anything, but we know it's just put the two syllables together. Well, is couch 2 syllables or 1?
Couch is 1.
Couch. But it's like the way you even say it's like couch, like the way your tongue and everything like flicks, like it's like, who did that and was like, yeah, that's what this is. It's something to sit down on.
Somebody probably got fed up. I think a caveman got fed up. Like, they was over there grunting at each other, and it was just like, Rock.
Rock, nigga. That's what this is. Yo.
Like, my name Rock. It's Rock.
No, for real. That's weird. That's a weird thing to think about.
Bro, I be thinking about that with everything. Like, I be thinking like, man, who the hell came up with a keyboard, bro? And why is it not ABC?
Right.
Why? I still don't get it. But
And
mean,
then-
I'm fast with it now, though. So.
Yeah. Who put it like that? Who was like, yeah, this need to go here and this need to go here? And why isn't it just ABCD, like in a row?
And have you ever like actually researched it and then actually went to go see what it is? It'd be something so stupid. I seen it. I watched like a video on the history of it, why it's like that. I forgot what it is, but basically it was just something like, oh.
Yeah. I think you know what it is? I think the most like what are those called? Vowels? Yeah. Since like vowels are like the most used in words, that's why they put them on the easier where your fingers can reach easiest. You know what I mean? Like, cause A, E, I, like they're all on the like. Damn.
Yeah, basically, like, bro, what? I guess I see what you're saying, but like you get a good amount. You got I and O right next to each other, and then A and E kind of far from each other, and then you got Y, U, like Y, U, I, O, and then A and E is right here. So I don't know.
Maybe I'm gonna research it though. Those are like really good questions. Like to be like.
Yeah.
Do you know?
This is the end of the podcast. I don't know if I'm going to edit the end of this podcast.
I don't know. Let's just go ahead and...
Let's just go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah. All right, you guys. So this is the end of the podcast. We're going to start doing outros. So make sure you guys go like, comment, and subscribe. We're really trying to grow. We're really trying to build out here. So any support is appreciated.
And a like is the easiest way to show your support. Yes. If you don't want to share it to your friends, we definitely understand that. But the like shows YouTube that you like this content and they want to recommend it to more people. Yes. And that's going to help us grow.
That's going to help us a lot.
But for any black screens, I'm sorry. I'm going to put the donation box. That donation box will support putting some posters right here. Mm-hmm. It'll also support us getting a new camera, so it ain't going to be no more black screens. And y'all can be along with us for the journey. But this has been the Side by Side podcast with your host,
Shelly Shells
and Saint Otto. We is out of here. Make sure y'all have a good day. STR brand, we out.